Hello, I'm going to make a video about what I packed, um, and I'm directing this towards people who are staying in hotels and using luggage as opposed to backpacking trip and staying in a hostel. I've never considered this a backpacking trip to hike the Camino. I would love it if there were campgrounds and I could backpack and bring a tent. I think that would be awesome, but I'm not interested in staying in a hostel. So, doing hotels, but there's not a lot out there on YouTube that I saw uh, directed at people who are staying in hotels and packing a suitcase and having their suitcase sent ahead. So when I get to my room, my suitcase is usually in the room waiting. First thing in my suitcase is my day pack that I brought just for during the day to carry stuff. I'll talk about that in a separate video. Got some clothes here on a hanger. Now, I have to say, my clothes are not on a hanger because I want them neat and not wrinkled. It's just purely organization. I can just pull out all my clothes and hang them, and it gives me access to the second layer of my suitcase. Now, after 4 or 5 days, I figured out really what was going on and what I was accessing every day. So I just had my clothes. I essentially brought uh, 3 hiking shirts. These are mountain khaki hiking shirts, whatever kind you wear. 3 pair of these hiking pants. These are Pranas. I like Prana or Cool. A regular t-shirt, cotton, or a mix, whatever. And ex officio underwear. Great stuff there. Quick drying and has the anti-microbe things. Um, yeah, 3 sets of those. I brought a sweater, a nice shirt, a couple of long sleeve shirts, and an extra hiking shirt and a fleece pullover. I don't wear the fleece pullover at all. I do wear the sweater. It has been colder than I thought. We left St. John in France on April 15th, and we get into Santiago on May 22nd. It's a little colder than I had expected, but not too bad. During the day, I'm not taking any coat or rain gear unless I know it's going to rain. But oh, here's my charger, European charger. But I have this Gossamer Gear umbrella, very light, and I actually just tuck it in the back of my pants. I don't have any thing to hang it on or anything, and it just sits back there fine. It's super light. Pair of shoes for walking around town. Pair of slippers, which I didn't need to bring. A rain jacket, which we've been getting a lot of rain, but I just wore it one day. This is my shaving toiletry kit. This is what I call my pharmacy, just all sorts of stuff that I'll probably never need. My puffy down jacket, first aid kit, somehow some Cheetos, Pringles, and a Snickers snuck in here. Rain pants, socks. These are possum socks. I'll talk about those in my other video on what I wear each day. I brought some of these protein bars from Walmart. Great value. They're delicious. Carry one of those in my pocket. I brought this sleeping bag liner. Don't need it. I brought some laundry detergent, and I brought a rub board dry bag that washes clothes. Excellent, but you can't dry them, and they take too long to dry. So I'm just going to use laundromats or laundry service each time I do laundry. Brought a bunch of junk that I never use. Clothespins, whatever, all sorts of stuff. Of course, I brought duct tape, which I have used a couple of times. So I've already showed you everything I would ever use. I don't know if I mentioned my passport. Obviously, my passport. I have a few things I give away to people. I'll carry one or two little things in my pocket. This. It's like a passport you get stamped when you go places, and then you can turn it in and get something at the end. And yeah, so I take that down to the lobby each morning, and I take it. And then when I show up at the next hotel, it's in the room or perhaps in the lobby of the next hotel. So I will put another video together of what I actually take with me on the trail.